Goodbye.
Hello everyone and welcome to this short video. This video is about the apps that I use to pass CeMAP. Now I bought a lot of apps and there's one thing that's potentially stopping a lot of people being able to get the help from apps. Now the reason why you want to use apps is you want a quick, easy way to answer a few questions to make sure that your knowledge is in check. Now, there are some apps that do this and there's some apps that don't do this. So I'm going to point you in the right directions of what apps I use to pass the CeMAP exams. So the main thing that I want to start off first is that I have an Android phone. The video that I'm using this to record from is an Android phone. Now, there's no CeMAP apps at this point on the Play Store, none whatsoever. The only apps that were available were on an Apple device. Now, as I said, I don't have an Apple device anymore. I switched to Android years ago. But my partner, my girlfriend, has an iPad. She has an iPhone. So this is what I used. Now, there are a few choices. The first app I bought looks like this one. Now, if you see that on the Play Store, don't get it because there's better apps there than this. Yeah, it's useful, and the questions that are on there are quite different. And they do different versions. They do CeMAP 1, CeMAP 2, and I think they do CeMAP 3, but I only bought the CeMAP 1 one. Yeah, you get about 120 questions. Some of them repeat, some of them are a little outdated. But it's good. I think it's the cheaper one out of them. And the app that I recommend you to get is this one, and I'll tell you the reason why now. So on that one we noticed there was 120 questions. On this there is 198, so there's more questions. It tracks your results so you can see how you did, and not only that is you can, as you start getting the answers right, you can go back into it and have your view answers, and you can see which ones you got right and which ones you got wrong. On the other one you can do that, but from what I remember it's not as good. Now when you were to do a test, you've just woken up in the morning and you want to get a test on the go, you can do practice topics, select areas, and you can either do Unit 1 or Unit 2. This is CeMAP 1. And let's say I wanted to do Unit 2, which was the unit that I failed when I first took the test, and I've only got time to do 20 questions, then I can just start a 20-second test, random questions, just from Unit 2, which is really good. So the next one is the CeMAP 2. Now this is where this app comes into its own. So I didn't buy the other version of the CeMAP 2 because this one I found was a lot similar to the app, sorry, to the quiz exam. So I found this one much better to help me with my CeMAP 2 studies. However, important, there's something on the app that wasn't helpful, and I think it's this app. After I found it out and I was like, hang on a second, probably made me fail Unit 2, CeMAP 2. Obviously it's my own fault, but I'm going to let you know of this now so not make the same mistake, because this is the point of these videos. By the way, if you are finding this video really helpful, please hit the like button. Please share it for anyone that asks similar questions of what apps to use, point to the direction of this video, and subscribe as well if you feel like it. But if you're finding this helpful, this video, you'll find other videos helpful and future videos that I've not yet made yet that I've planned. So make sure you do subscribe so you get to see them videos and any future videos that might come up, any tips for the exams, which is really important. So Again, the same thing, you can start study mode, you can do all the tests or pick a unit, so unit 3, 4, etc. Obviously the questions that you get wrong, it tells you the reasons why you got it wrong and where to read it on the book. That's useful. There's also a study mode, which I think I mentioned that, where you can just, it will tell you that the answer is incorrect and let you guess again to the correct one. If you're not sure, you can ask for a hint, which then just basically gives you the description. Which is really good. So this kind of helps get you familiar with maybe some concepts or something or a question. Now, as I said, these questions aren't in the exam, but the question is in the exam. So this exact wording you won't see in the exam, but you'll see this type of question in the exam. Does that make sense? Started to rely on this app a little bit too much, which is not what you want to do. And if you want to find more information about this, watch this video here on how not to take mock tests. Don't be chasing the earth for all the mocks you can find. It really won't help you as much as studying well. And if you're confused by that, watch that video, because it will make it clear you'll be able to take your mock exams more effectively and get better results. So watch that video. So skim through unit 6, shortest unit in the book, if I remember correctly. And as I was taking the test on here, I was like, yeah, oh, that's that, like doing an answer, go, oh, that's not right, oh, I thought it was. Well, the answer's that one. Okay, great, the answer's that one. Then I'll remember it for next time, then next time, then next time. And I'll start getting these answers to the questions wrong on this app. And I'm remembering the answers from this app, because the legislation, etc., is the type of SMI, support for mortgage interest. It's I'm remembering it what it says in the app, and I've completely forgotten what it said in the book. Unit 6 is out of date on this tablet, and I caught it about 6 days before my exam. I was like, shit, I need to relearn Unit 6 ASAP. Got the book out, read it. And I spent so much time on Unit 6 that I was forgetting some of the other stuff, and I ended up failing Unit 5, the one that this other person was caught out on. If this app would have been right, and I didn't have to learn what Unit 6 was, and then do the app, realise questions I'm getting wrong, I'm like, well, the app seen me through CeMAP 1, so it's not going to be wrong. These are the right answers, okay. And then come to realise that, hang on, it's a loan. This is saying that it's a benefit. So going back to the book, reread it, and I'm like, oh, Unit 6 messed me up. So yeah, that's the reason why I failed CeMAP 2. Partly my own fault, but these apps are really good. So I would recommend getting some mock tests of CeMAP 2 for the questions for Unit 6, and then rely on it for the rest. So Unit 4 and 5, 3, 4 and 5. For CeMAP 3, I bought the app, but I'm going to tell you this now. Here you go, bought the app, working, etc. I took 2 tests and it was crap. I did case study once, got 30% on it, and the reason why it's rubbish is that it gives you 12 minutes, and I've not found a way to change it, to read a case study and answer all 10 questions. And yeah, if it wants you to speed up, great, but as you're getting used to it, it's not great. And with the thoughts of Unit 6 being wrong, I'm thinking, well, I'm not really going to rely on these ideas that it has on the app. In terms of case studies though, how many is there? 12 case studies, and you only get 6 in the exam, so maybe it might be worth it to read it, but as soon as I was timed at 12 minutes, and you know, you've not really got good confidence as you're about to take the exam, and you just want something to kind of get to grips on it, it's not really the best. So I kind of wish I didn't buy it for CeMAP 3, but you might be different. You might find a need for it, and if you do, great. But with it being out of date on CeMAP 2 slightly, and I didn't really put my risk in it. So what I did end up getting was part of the Paul Archer's boot camp, and in that I got the CeMAP 3 activities pack. I think if you're not part of the boot camp, it's £18. Get it. It was amazing. It was literally page after page of activities to get you understanding of CeMAP 3 down, and it's not just case studies, although there is a lot in there. It gets you on the right path for your lot of calculations, lot of technical questions as part of the exam that you would expect, and it really got me ready, so much so that I got a merit on the final exam. So yeah, that's what I would recommend. So if I was to start again and you want to copy what I did, this is what I'll do different. So copy this. Use the second app that I'll show you, the one with the black screen and the red button, for CeMAP 1 and CeMAP 2. Don't bother with CeMAP 3. Unit 6, try and get your hands on some mock papers. Like, if it means you have to pay 15 quid for some mock papers, pay £15. You're £500 in on your exam. You want to pass it. I failed twice, so that cost me 300 quid. So all in all, the exam cost me £855. Is it worth it? Yeah, I passed, got the certificate, but if I would have found these things earlier, then I would have done that. So this is the CeMAP, the black and red app with the white button that I showed you with the red yellow button. You've got CeMAP 1, CeMAP 2, get them. Bear in mind that Unit 6 is not the best on it, so find another method for Unit 6. Then for CeMAP 3, get yourself the Paul Archer thing. It's 18 quid. The best £18 you will spend to make sure you're on the right track and you're doing your calculations correctly. Remember, watch my video on how not to take mock tests. This is how not to take them. If you do anything but this, you'll be doing it smartly. So thank you very much for watching. Sorry it's a bit of a ramble, but I feel it will probably be the most helpful video I've done. If you want to see my other videos, they're all on my channel, etc. Subscribe, because it makes me feel good, and I know that I'm helping people, and that's me, that's my nature. I suppose that's why I went into mortgages. In terms of what I'm doing now, I am employed as a mortgage advisor. I've been employed since November. I snuck myself into a job before I even passed. I didn't even pass CeMAP 1 and I got myself in a job. My path is that I'm going to be a financial advisor, so I'm currently studying my RO exams. Sorry this video is also a bit late, but I've been busy. I've been busy doing mortgages, I've been busy learning the job, I've been busy speaking to people. This is, as the business, because it's a new business, I guess that's why they were able to take me on. Was our first proper month doing mortgages, and so far we've generated over £2 million worth of loans for people for the mortgages. Obviously we've not generated £2 million worth of business, but in our pockets, but we've given, or we've supplied, or whatever the term is, £2 million for people, so they can get the houses that they want. And honestly, if you're not a mortgage advisor yet and you're still doing your exams, to be able to ring a client or customer or whatever, and let them know that the application's been approved, congratulations, and the amount of kind words you get back is amazing. And I've come from a job where I'm a sales manager and I'm teaching people to be the best salesperson they can be, and make sure that the client gets what they need, and you sell whatever you can to them, etc. And to be able to do a job, still do what I love, which is selling, sales, talking to people, and making people happy and giving them the thing that they never thought was possible, is an amazing, amazing feeling. And if you've just started your CeMAP and you feel like you've got this big road ahead, looking back, it's not that big of a big road, but it does seem quite a journey on the way there. Just take it one day at a time. Have visions of being a mortgage advisor and helping people, and one day you'll do it, and you'll do it soon. And I've never felt as happy as I have now, if that makes sense. And I've been happy, but yeah, it's an amazing feeling. And yeah, this video is really long now. I'm gonna let you go. Thank you. See you later. Subscribe and that. Bye.